You have to arrest me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You have to arrest me because you're the police. So arrest me.
Oh my god. Speaking of hearing things.
I'm under arrest.
There we go. Here are some people. That's what I'm talking about.
Lobby is now muted.
Fantastic.
You are now self-muted.
Self-muted. Everything's fantastic. Everything's good. I enjoy it. I think you can kind of hear me. Wait. Oh. That should be way better. Okay. I'm actually in here. So, welcome to the Cup. It's the 10th, I believe, Community Cup. It's gonna be... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. But that's not like that hasn't happened before. So I think we're gonna get through it together. Ow. Shit. Wait. Let's see here. Spectator? No, not spectator.
I saw Roscoe, Joe, and Flash Flood in another log.
Wait, where's the... Oh, come on, where's the scene?
They're playing anyway.
There
I
we
don't know
go.
why they're not just playing the cup.
There we go. Middleman, friends. Okay. And I should probably be getting an invite from somebody at some point. But yes, this is the Community Cup number 10. We are playing a smaller cup today. I believe this is EU and NA, but I think there's only one NA team. So, I've actually started up the wrong client. I'll restart that real quick. There we go. This is the sort of quality that you've come to expect. And I won't say what type of quality it is, but this is the type. Okay, wait, where's the thing? It's not here, it's not there. Is it that one? Probably. I think it is. Good. Okay. It's fantastic. It's good. We like it. We enjoy it. This is good. Okay, yeah. I'm hoping I can get into our first match here. This is gonna be Gravity versus Aftershock. I thought that was a good one to start off with. Really get those talking muscles in play.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
But we just gotta get in there, actually.
Yeah, no, skills, you're still waiting, and I don't mean to.
Does not seem to have been invited either.
As soon as you push that button, you get pulled.
So,
No
see if we
waiting.
can
They're
actually.
probably discussing if I'm a security risk.
Pull.
For security.
Yeah, I didn't
As soon
mean
as you
to
push
activate
it.
it.
Maybe.
Yeah, then you know.
Are you a security?
Wildcard has a second group where I'm not in, where they can discuss strategies, so that I can listen in on them and tell others.
Sometimes that's the difference between getting to the disc first and not.
I mean, I personally consider
you
you
go.
the hugest security risk in the
Hi.
game.
You're kind of pulling a little wild. because
Yeah,
you're
I'm
used to
horrible.
the speed right away, but
I mean,
I'm
that's
sorry
true.
that
You're also
Sendo is so pissed off.
a good straight launch.
you're on stream, by the way.
Pull.
Just so you know.
There you go.
Yeah, but I
Getting
didn't frustrate him.
And try to do stuff.
You can position yourself as you push and
that's-
you pull. If you
Oh.
notice you're going up a little bit, use your arm thrusters, and then just kind or just position your body
I want to
and
invite.
then move you a little
Wait.
bit
Where are
straight.
they?
Oh, we're still in the
That right
party.
Did you get one?
Perfect.
Like, wait.
100% perfect.
Okay, I'm
I
here.
have kids on my face.
Did it not work?
Well, no, so shit, you're not already with them.
So now I'm gonna be on.
I need an invite from them
Go
now.
ahead, let's do it.
The server that I joined for Vitex, they all had like
Nice, even
130
regrab me.
ping.
Hi.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could just
So-
invite people here. If they want.
Yeah, I think they're already in there now.
Invite.
Yeah, I'll grab you.
Okay, here we go.
Look,
Come on.
Christopher,
Why
he
you
says
don't
I
have enough
have
tunnel?
people in my face.
Yeah.
Save me.
Look, Christopher. On the side of him.
I'm gonna be on you.
He like glitches.
Now I have them on my back.
Yuri.
Perfectly executed.
Lexi's side of him. Look at him.
Alright, Skills. I'm bouncing for a while, man. Cool playing with you, man. Good luck, alright?
You too.
I hope I talk to you some stuff.
Yeah, bye.
Hi.
I know you want attention. We're trying to run a cop here now, okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. I know I'm in the way. I'll just.
Quit bullying this kid. Who do you guys think you are?
Gotcha.
My God, as well. What are you guys looking at?
There's a fight.
Look, you know you can press this button. Gear selection.
Get off me.
Hello?
I know.
Let me see, I gotta get off of here.
Shit.
Alright, block.
It's no longer existing.
Hello. Hello.
I'm sure
How
this
you
is
doing?
fantastic
Hello?
for people streaming.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hello.
Ah,
I'm getting up
hello.
Yeah, it
there
looks
we go.
great on stream.
Joining match.
Yeah,
is
I'll,
that,
I'll
a
invite you in
disc?
now.
You like disc?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, we just gotta figure it out.
Since our pings are all decent, I think, right?
Yeah, pings are decent, yeah. No. Do we not need...
It'd be super good with the disc to your hand.
What?
Yes, we do. But he's not joining.
go the disc.
No way.
No,
Maybe that was
hand hurts because I hit
It was
myself
just in our lobby. Let's see if we can...
on my arm.
Oh, no,
Matt,
it's
did you
not.
know that there's chess in Bridge Crew?
There, wait.
Chess.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a
he
chessboard.
joined on the other
You can
side
play
now,
it
but...
in between missions.
No, you cannot.
But there is a chessboard.
If that's true, then I'd buy
He
it
is
already.
there. My god.
Yeah.
Finally got him in. The,
You get to play
Dr.
chess
Pepper
in the
Hater is
Enterprise
here.
in space.
Whoa,
Things look
so
okay.
even cheated.
Things are amazing.
Matty, you got fucking
Wow.
wrecked in
Nada,
chess, you
nada.
pussy.
You
in
lost
here.
every
You
time.
gotta press spectate.
You even did an illegal move. I don't know how the fucking game allowed it. I pinned this fucking knight with a rook and he just moved the knight to check me and then opened the
Lies.
Now,
No.
after,
Would I
finally,
did
after a little
move, and
bit,
then
we're actually here.
also lost
I know,
the
it's
move.
fantastic. It's wonderful. I quite enjoy it. I hope you
Gave
enjoy
away
it too.
his queen twice.
We're not here correctly,
I
but
don't
we
think the
are
game would
here.
allow cheating.
But let me show you
You wouldn't let you
how
do an
we'll be
illegal
here
move.
correctly.
Yeah, the game sucks.
Oh,
Tell him.
There we
Okay.
go.
oh, okay.
Oh my
So,
god,
yeah,
and it's,
so
the
now you
names
got
are
some
actually
thoughts on
correct.
What?
That was planned, of course. I that was not
Getting it now.
left up to chance. I did
Are we
that
all
all
ready?
on my own, all
Yeah, we
myself, because I am a.
Okay, ready up. Gotcha.
Not yet, I thought you were
Nada
good at
still in
chess.
there.
Come on.
God damn it.
Ready up.
Nada, if you can hear me, get out of the
Very much
regular
here,
mode.
you'll know.
Go into
Should all
spectate.
mute them, okay?
Come on. Okay. I actually need to see if,
Okay, shall we go?
I think, yeah, it should be the right. Yeah. Everything's good. Everything's fantastic. We have our first game in just a little bit here. It is, of course, Gravity versus Aftershock. Gravity, if you don't know, and I don't know why you wouldn't know, is Boop, Affen, and Viatrix. They came second in the World Finals just a little bit ago.
Mute
We have
fucking ghosting idiot.
Aftershock, they're called,
Whoa, that's rude.
which is Slyn, Matty, and Toralba,
Sling. Who's the captain
also
of
known
Bridge
as
Crew,
Slyn Matty and the guy who's wrong a
Why
lot.
should I mute him? I should mute you then.
I didn't have it muted, but it's...
It feel I'm not gonna lie, it feels great being the guy that talks, because then I can just say shit. I mean, it doesn't have to be true. Not that it isn't true.
Oh,
Slim
is in cup mode.
On
That was
stream.
amazing.
Never.
Mute them.
Let's see. Let's hope we get into a game in a little bit. Oh, sorry, not that we get into a game, but that they start up the game in a little bit.
How am I supposed to know if it's a shit shot or not?
Blue team ready.
Now, Aftershock and Gravity have had a lot of history together. I'm looking forward to seeing how they will play this.
I got no warm up.
Gravity has historically been pretty good, just in general.
Let's get these regrabs. And if we miss it, we're going to regrab back really fast.
Yeah.
Might be going a little bit more aggressive this time. I'm looking forward to see it. So the joust will be won.
Okay.
Well, kind of be won here by Aftershock. Not really
I'm here.
getting, not really being in that position too long though. They will get that back. Ooh, a great dodge there by Slim from the double stack of
Yeah. Send.
doing his best to try and get that back, just passing it along towards the back. Affin doing his best to try and try and get that out a little bit. Fortunately, Turbo can't hit a shot, so it won't actually matter.
Punch Muffin.
Check with the discs. Let's see what he's going to be going for that shot. That looks very close to going in. That was a long shot. Had that block not been there, that would have actually gone in. Great clear from Aftershock. Let's see here. Ooh, good that position back. Getting that for himself, sending it almost into his own goal. That was scary. That was scary.
You got it.
Okay, nice.
Great goal here.
I pulled it back.
Sorry, I can see that my voice is a little bit low. This should be better, right? This should be better, yeah. Probably like this. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we should actually probably, you know what? Let's do mono. I don't think stereo has any actual value right here in this stream. Right now, at least. Affin with the disc. Slowly going upwards.
Yeah.
Being very, very careful here, not wanting the disc to go into Aftershock's hands. So they slowly set up to try their best to get past this double stack here.
Keep pushing like this, perfect.
Patrick's with the disc, Affin just kind of hanging on, doing his best to get some stuns in.
Good, you got him.
Ooh, with the disc here, he only has to get that in. He has been known to make some incredible shots before, and he will send that over to Affin, who will get that in very, very easily. At 2-2. Only 1.5 minutes in. As it should be said that these are 6-minute rounds.
Yeah.
I do believe it's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes, right? Yeah. You know what? It's 6 minutes.
The biggest thing is
Don't
to just
correct
stay
me
in
if
the
I'm
triangle, so I don't want it to push forward.
Oh no, it's 6 minutes. It's two 6-minute halves. If you watch in a little bit, we are doing two 6-minute halves. So that means that when we are done with this half here, we add the scores up. There's a little bit of a break, and then we do the joust again. So if the scores stay like this in the next half, it'll be 2-2 still.
I'm pushing.
So the one who wins both halves, or the one that has the most point at the end of both halves, is the one that wins the game. Now, speaking of winning the game here, Gravity has a great opportunity to get some more points for themselves. 2 versus 1. Not really the best person in goal, but Matti. Actually, I thought that was Torabot in goal. Matti is a really, really good goalie. So, that was actually pretty decent by him. A good save, a good setup by Gravity there. Maybe a little bit more passing between each other. That might have been good, but no use thinking about this now. Ooh, Affin's gotta get back to goal. Gotta have to do something about this push here. As it's now 3v1, as they have set up for a sort of defense here. But Matti just sending that in. As there are 2 people in goal, not being able to get that disc out of there. Yeah, Nada, I can see. I should probably have warmed up my voice before, because this is this is rough. But speaking of things that are rough, the joust advantage here for Gravity, as they are 2 points behind. Not the biggest deficiency here, but still. It is 2 points behind. If this keeps like this, Aftershock will win. So they're gonna have to do a little bit to try and remedy this. Singing it back to Affin. Sorry about getting a great stun by Vitrix there.
Good.
No, on Vitrix there.
You move.
So
He's on him. I'm behind.
maybe getting that stun back. Affin sending it down. Ooh, and getting that stun, almost dribbling it to himself, but Vitrix will be there to take the effect. from the stolen disc. Ooh, sending it in, almost just dinging it. Terra will be there to grab that back. Gravity doing their best to make anything happen there. Unfortunately, a failed pass will not get any sort of attention there and will actually be grabbed by Aftershock.
Yeah, I'm staying back.
Okay, 2-2.
Sending that back. Slyn will do his best to see if he can
Oh shit.
defend that disc. Boop, sending it straight into the railing. Not getting any goals for himself, and he's gonna have to get down there fast. Slyn has that disc. Now they are boosting back, so they should be able to get this. A lot of close passes here, a lot of near misses. This is quite the game. Tutorialbot doing his best, sending it up inside the goal.
Fucking missing all my shots at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Same here.
That doesn't matter. As long as it's not me,
Now, 4 points. 2 minutes left in this half. That means that Gravity is gonna have to make at least 2 goals
Right in my face.
for this to even up or potentially take the lead. They have not been as defensive as they have before, and a lot of the times they just don't seem to grab discs they should. There have been slight errors here and there. I'm unsure if they warmed up. That might be it.
I'm gonna follow you behind.
Since a warm-up in here is quite important. If you just go in here, you know, completely cold, that's not gonna do you any favors. As you all know, the first game of the day don't really work out in your favor almost. But Viatrix sending it in. Matty, a great second save there. Cannot do it 2 times in a row. As the inside shot will grant 2 points to Gravity. But yeah, Matty's been doing a lot of work here. He's been doing pretty great. He's had a good couple of saves. Let's see actually how many of the games that he has. 2. And still has 2 saves.
Going fully backwards.
I don't actually know what counts as a save in the
Should I do
game.
launching weapon?
Yeah, let's try it.
I'm not actually
Let's
sure.
launch weapon.
It's always weird. These, I mean, possession percent, I understand. That's pretty easy to understand. But saves and assists and all that are kind of weird here. Oh, Viatrix and Boop just missing that pass there, and that would be catastrophic for them as another 3-pointer, which is the first 3-pointer of the game, goes out to Tutorial Aftershock, securing a really, really long lead.
Taking the risk.
Long lead, wide lead.
That's true.
See wide lead. 5 points here. That was a very, very aggressive move by Gravity, and that did not work out in their favor at all.
Should we try a fast one? Or do I just do normal one?
Actually,
Let's
yeah,
see.
let's go fast.
They'll remedy that here. See? They'll go fast, trying to get a couple of quick points in before the half is over, but that shot will not find its target as Tutorialbot, and Slyn will grab that disc back, putting it straight over to Viatrix, who will only have a single goalie between him and getting a couple more points for his team. Sending it down to Boop, and Boop will get that in. Only 3-point difference now, but it's there's only a minute left, and they're gonna have to do a lot more of these, because Aftershock seem really, really strong right now.
Almost the battery out and another one.
Just do
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking boost this stuff, man.
Let's see here. Round start. Aftershock with the disc. Start having that just advantage there. Sending it down to Tutorialbot. Tutorialbot looking back and forwards. Always minding his opponents. Always minding the road.
Nice. Got a
Well,
clip.
that's Slyn getting punched out by Boop.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, just a back clear there. Possesses himself. Not really getting that disc where it should be, but sending that back with the save, the defense here. They have a completely open goal, and no one's boosting from Aftershock, so they have plenty of time to get that shot. Not a 3-pointer though. Maybe a little more information that could have granted them that, but still, a goal's a goal, and they need those points.
Good job.
What? You got punched.
So, that was a good job by them there. I'm not quite sure what happened in the back. I could imagine that one person from Aftershock got punched out, and there was just no one, you know, in range, so they couldn't really boost back, and then Boop Viatrix just had plenty of time on an open goal to grab that disc and send it in. Ooh.
Okay, I'm
We've
pushing.
seen that a couple more times than I
One on one. Okay, nice.
would imagine. Oh, whatever I was saying was not important. A great shot from Slim.
Same.
Man, they are doing that a lot. Gravity going down for a quick double stack, going down in the tunnel to try and secure or trying to intercept the pass, and failing. Almost grabbing it, being there at the right time, but just not grabbing the disc. And that usually results in the disc getting passed to someone closer up, and then no one in goal.
Even if the time is up.
And they've done that at least 2 times from what I can see, or from what I can remember. So maybe that is not the best idea here.
Okay.
Unless they're going for a more safe strategy, they only have 20 seconds, so they're still gonna have to move pretty fast. Boop, though, being a really, really good shot, has plenty of opportunity to send that up. Avatar just using that disc, still has some time, still has some opportunity. Grabbing that is Viatrix, sending it up to Boop, who will try and get that in, and he will. In the last dying seconds of the round,
See, that's close enough.
getting that down to a 10-12 for Aftershock.
That's what we want.
That is that is not something I was expecting to see here. A lot of missed passes. Well,
That's actually fine.
I say a lot. A couple of missed passes from Gravity,
They don't
and
say,
just too many missed double stacks that resulted in 3-pointers.
Yeah,
I mean,
6
I
minutes,
think only 2 3-pointers from it, but still, that's 6 points that you could have
didn't feel like 6
possibly
minutes, way
remedied,
faster.
maybe down to 2, or maybe just completely negated those points. Because that is, yeah, well, I mean, you know, it is a community cap after all. There is time and space to try and try out new strategies, try out new things.
We went wrong and try and plan on next game.
And that's probably what this community cup should be used for. Not this specifically, but community cups in general, is to try out new things. Let's see here. Ooh. And Viatrix
Unarmed?
just securely winning that joust completely, not even letting Aftershock have any sort of chance there.
They're boosting forward. They're boosting
We'll
forward.
grab that disc back though.
Got it? Oh shit.
And Boop getting punched out. There's not really much between Tutorialbot and the goal here, especially with Afrin going out. He will get punched out here by Viatrix.
You boost. Nice, nice. Got it. Nice, go.
Great. Oh, Jesus. I'm not talking fast enough for this game. They are doing it really, really fast. Matty sending it down to Tutorialbot. 2 people in goal here. Maybe not. Maybe not what you want. You maybe want someone out to grab that disc back. But as the setup from Aftershock comes out, it will be successful, securing another 2 points for Aftershock. After such a great joust there. Viatrix, sorry, not Viatrix. Gravity completely. What?
I mean, I did think this time.
Gravity completely just grabbing that disc without any sort of. No one was there to really do anything about it afterwards. So they could have just kind of wrapped it up and just passed it a bit to each other, maybe gotten that in. But a bad pass meant that Aftershock grabbed that disc.
Oh, I'm going low.
So they're sending it down
I got
to Boop, who will send it over to Viatrix. They are doing a little more securely at this point here. No information coming out.
Okay.
Or well, some information coming out, but Boop still being pretty well covered here. As the Turtle has a great, I'm not sure what it's called, Angel Save, I think he called it. I'm not sure. It's still, it was still a pretty good intercept, pretty good seal there. Ensuring that Aftershock will grab that disc, will hold it for themselves, and that is not good for Gravity. They still need 4 points. At least 2 goals for them here, and it's going to be uphill all the way. Especially if things like this happen.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I got it. That's okay.
A headbutt there coming out, making that disc a little more unpredictable.
I'm going left to know.
But still, retaining that possession, retaining that disc for themselves. Gravity sends it down to Aftershock's half. Aftershock will grab that back. I'm not sure what you mean, sir. There's a couple of matches. I think we have 4 rounds. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. But I know there's not only one. But you know, Tutorialbot sending it up to Matty. Matty getting that out before getting stunned out. That is pretty good for them. Doing his best to send that in, and he will. Sending it down to Robot, who will kind of slam dunk that in. That was pretty good. Oh no, you're looking at the wrong one, I think. But that was a pretty good play there. Charobot sitting inside the goal just has to grab that disc and pull it into himself.
Okay, aggressive Matty, aggressive
Worked pretty well. Sorry, I think you're looking at the wrong Community Cup. There's, I think, 10 teams? 4 in the upper, 6 in the lower division. Something like that. Oh, there we go. Now we can actually see and actually control the camera. Bad pass there when show that Slim grabs that disc back for his team, and no one is actually in goal here. We are going to see Ifantara send that back, going in defense where he is so comfortable. And really good. Oh yeah, I am looking at you, yeah.
Okay, I got you here.
Ifantara sending that, oh god, but Boop just getting that stunned in, but oh, great. I mean, I'm just... That was a fantastic shot, can I just say. That is, my mind is not going at this speed it should be right now. Because these are two really fast and really good teams. And that is... I should probably have warmed up. You know what? Note till next time. I will warm up. You can even do it on stream. Who cares? Speaking of warming up, we need to see Gravity get a little bit hotter, because they have missed a lot of things that they should not have missed here. Ifantara with the disc, sending it over, getting that sent out before he gets stunned out. Unfortunately, it is a bad pass, and that will not connect with anyone he wants it to connect with. Retaining their possession, they will have some time to try and set up for a goal here. No one from Aftershock is getting back. They are boosting back though. They have plenty of opportunity to grab that disc. Aftershock will get it. Slim showing his best to sending down, just missing that. Hitting the goal. What? Missing that. Ooh, that might have been a great 3-pointer. Just using that disc. Going in a little bit of a bad way. Tutorialbot will do his best to try and send that down. He will miss, unfortunately. Matty will be there to remedy that and grab that back. Getting another 2 points. Oh yeah, sorry. This is EU. There are, I think, 10 teams for EU. I can probably post the link to the. You know what? Here you go. Oh, we have one round done. There you go. Here's the link. No shit. Oh fuck. Not the organizer one.
I'm gonna stop at the clock this time.
God damn it. I don't even know how to delete it. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be anyway.
Stick here. Stick here.
Clear chat. There we go. Sorry, I don't know. I had the wrong list. I'm tired, you know. That's how it is. Shouldn't affect anything though. But speaking of things that are tired, Gravity right now, not doing probably as good as they should. Being a couple of points behind, I think 5 points here. They will have to grab 2 goals at least. And there's only a minute and a half left to do it, so that is not too good for them. They'll have to do their best to grab a couple points here. Afantara with that disc sending it down, they will have to set up for a goal. And that's going to be a little bit hard here, as there are people all around, and Matty in goal has done a fantastic job here. Saved almost all the shots. When he's actually been in goal, he saved almost all the shots that's been on him. So that is pretty good. He must be doing a lot more training than usual. Damn. That is pretty fantastic. A couple points here for Gravity, only a minute left, and they are going to have to work against... Sarah, I think that only works if you are actually living in EU. I think that's how that works. But if you want to move to EU, to be in the cup, I'm all for it, man. I will make sure you get on the team. Not that I have that kind of power at all, but I will do my best. Speaking of doing their best, Aftershock Sending that over.
Down here.
And keeping possession, just sending it around a little bit. But a great intercept from Boop there. That was a very, very well positioned from him. And he will send that up, just hitting the rail. Just thinking that not going in. That was almost a really fantastic shot from him again. Because if you remember, he did a real far three-pointer here. Boop. Sitting it down, he will have to be acting as a goalkeeper for his team, and he will do that pretty well as he will send that disc down. But always a person from Aftershock to grab that disc back, and you see another 3 points coming out here. 20 seconds left, 6 points behind. That is not good for them. 20 seconds is, I mean, you can do it. You just need to work really fast. Like, my God, you are. If they do that, I will do something. I know, high promises here. But yeah, they're gonna have to work really fast. And they are working really fast, doing a very quick setup here. Gonna have to go for the 3-pointers, and he will get that long bounce shot. That was a fantastic setup, only having taken 10 seconds off their own time here. But that's still 10 seconds left to get a goal, while Aftershock has the joust advantage. This is gonna be tough. Not impossible, but a huge mistake from Aftershock if they don't win this. Seeing that out, and yes, as expected, Gravity will do the best to crash this. Slyn will grab that disc though and send it in. My God, that's securing the win here. Holy shit, that was a great shot from Slyn here. Aftershock really showing their good side. Oh, people want to get in contact. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That was a fantastic shot from Slyn. And at a score of 18 to 24, it's going to be impossible for Gravity to grab that back. Good game and well played to Aftershock as they grab their first victory of the night. Sorry about your ears. Man, that was incredible by them. A lot of really good shots from Slyn and the tutorial, but a lot of good saves from Matty here.
So that leads to some 3-pointers.
Only 2 saves, but you remember he had 2 or 3 saves in the last one too. So that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oops. Okay.
My God, I have to remember. I have to use my brain. Oh no. I'm gonna be real uninteresting right now. Wait, why are they? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm sure you're getting a lot out of this. Me just kind of talking to myself. I'm sure this is really interesting, but it probably isn't. I'm just trying to understand how this works here. But good first match here. GG to Aftershock. Doing a lot. I mean, doing a lot better than I expected. I expected Gravity to do a lot better. They are, of course, a really good team and have been for a long time. But Matty really pulling a lot of saves out for his team. And a couple of good shots in there too. So, I mean, MVP of this match, I want to say Matty. Who's actually the MVP of this match? It's Matty.
Are you keeping the lobby?
Oh man. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I can predict the future, but
You guys,
Yeah.
I don't know what's the ping for you. Is it okay? Because we would like to get that lobby. We have really got okay pings. That's fine.
but
I don't mind.
it seems we might
Okay,
stay
cool.
in this
Weil
lobby.
wir haben
Actually,
echt- wir müssen weiter nach
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who is
Okidoki, ich presse mal Rematch, dass ich die anderen inviten kann.
playing. What kind of matches do we have? Let's see. Oh my god, I actually have a thing.
Was meinst du?
I have a thing. Here,
Anyway, we're leaving.
Genau.
let's take a look at this.
For them, to them.
I have a thing.
Quitting out.
You can still hear me, which is fantastic. But you won't be able to for just a little minute here, as I will be right back. Hello, I'm back. Oh,
Hi.
oh,
Hello.
oh,
Playing
oh.
Gravity?
I think.
Then I'm
You know what? Yeah,
playing
let's
probably.
let's grab this one. Grab this one. Hold on.
Did Backlash beat you guys?
I know, again, really fantastic me just talking to myself about things that you can't see. I know, great streaming.
They play better than normal, we play worse.
Can I just win made 3
Okay.
really good 3-pointers? I mean 2 at least. 2. The one there he instantly reacted.
Because last
The one
time
shot at the end.
you guys beat us, but we beat
That's
Backlash.
fine.
It's so back and forth, isn't it? It's funny.
We don't have something to prove yet, so that's cool. I'm actually just really happy that I'm saying the whole week that I'm in Sunday mode, and then I really am, so I'm fine. Being into the cup saying like, oh, it's gonna be fine today, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing like garbage. That's gonna be the worst.
Oh yeah, you can hear this too, right?
Yeah, you are kind of you kind of salty today. But
Oh yeah, you can't see.
Bye, and good luck.
Thank you.
just gonna have to
Oh man,
right.
you know what? I'm the. Okay, yeah, no. I'll change the screen so you can actually see. No, wait. I'll actually. Oh my god. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fantastic. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm fantastic.
Then having like the season 2 aftershock.
If I actually spell this right. Oh man. There we go. It's Gravity versus Lefini, I think, because I'm actually not sure if that's how you spell Lefini. It's not how you spell Lefini. There's a space in there. Let's just remedy that real quick. I don't want to. There we go. I hope you enjoy my laugh, because I'm gonna be laughing at myself a lot. They haven't changed the time. They haven't changed the time. Okay, well, I should probably get in there and say something. I'll do that in a little bit. We'll do that later. Oh, Lefini with a great joust here. Oh, almost going for that. If that had gone in, that would have been probably one of the fastest 3-pointers we would have seen tonight. That was fantastic there. Fortunately, not going in. They will, however, retain their possession of the Disc Infinity. Let's see what she will do. Sending that up to Nilowick, and he will send it down again. Probably a wise decision, as we do have Afentera in goal, and he is a fantastic goalie if he is warmed up. I say goalie, I don't really mean goalie. He's a fantastic defender, not necessarily the best person at grabbing the disc, when he's not in his own field, but you know, you can't be fantastic everywhere.
Nice, good.
God, that is great work here from Aventura. They just need to actually get down at the opposing half. Anyway, sending it up to his teammate. Will unfortunately not grab that. Boob has a good chance here. He's gonna have to dodge Idolego here, and he will. Holding on to that disc, sending it down, but Infinity will grab that back. That is a lot of good work here from Lefini. Doing a lot more, being very fast and getting a great 3-pointer. That is fantastic. I will quickly go in and say they... Wait, okay. I just have to make sure.
Chill out, dude, chill out.
It's 6 minutes, right, Nada?
It's not like the Viatrix thing.
Because then I need to go in and say it.
Yeah, set up.
But we'll figure that out later. Yes, okay.
Yeah,
We'll figure that out in just a little bit. But Aventura with the disc here.
I'm moving up.
I'm following you behind, Affin.
Should be, yeah. Yeah, I'll if you're a spectator in here, you could go in and say that. That would be fantastic. But I don't know if you are. Are you? You can't see here. Speaking of not being able to see, Aventura has that disc, and he will go on straight on back, sending it up to no one here. That was not the best thing here. Viatrix, though, did seem that he needed that disc, and that was actually a constructed play that just went awry. Oh, 6 minutes. Okay, yeah. It wasn't 6 minutes, right? It was not 6 minutes.
Got the stack.
I'm really interesting right now, talking about time. But speaking of time, Aventura just missing that. That is not looking good, man.
Okay, that's good. That's one there.
He will get a quick little thing.
You got it?
I'm completely stunned out here. Nada, are you in the game? Because if you are, you could actually go in there and say to them that it should be, 6 minutes. Because I am here. and fuck. Oh well. I mean, everything's fantastic. I'm not tired at all. Don't worry. No, she's not. Okay, I'll go in there and say they need an extra minute. Don't worry. You won't miss anything. I'll make sure you don't miss anything. Okay, Lefini here with the possession. Sending it down to Nilowig, and Nilowig will send it over to his teammate here. A great job at holding on here. Gravity not... Again, trying their best to grab that disc before it even passes from the QB, or sorry, after it passes from the QB in the tunnel, but hasn't quite worked out for them yet here. They will, however, grab that disc back for them, and I think now would be almost a good time to actually grab that back. But
a little bit.
They got it. Good.
Sorry.
Stack, you can get it. Not stacking. Good.
That guy's out.
Oh shit, I thought you heard him. Sorry.
Get that from careful while he's on you. Left close.
Oh shit.
Idolego doing his best to try and keep onto that disc. He will not, however. But Nilowig will almost grab that back. Boop, just a little bit faster though. Idolego stunning both of them out. So he will have plenty of opportunity here from Lefini to grab that goal, and they will. Another 2 points. 3-5 for Lefini.
Wait, did we have the 6 minutes actually? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I actually wasn't sure because I didn't set it.
Oh well, it seems they figured it out. Cool. Then I don't have to do anything, which is, I mean, yeah, really interesting right now. Oh man, I should read my chat. Nah. Who cares what people have to say,
I'm behind you again, Affin.
Oh man. Affin just slowly but steadily going behind Gravity here. Not Gravity, going behind Lefini here. They will however lose this disc, and Boo is just not there in time, as this will slowly soar straight towards the goal. Not going for a 3-pointer here, just going for a 2-pointer. I think 3-7 to Lefini.
Yeah, okay. Got cut out for the pass to Boo.
I wasn't watching for the pass. I was like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was predicting passing.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay.
Let's you do normal and I will crush on the stack. You go second. I will crush
Looks
on the
like
stack.
we are going for a quite a fast thing here from Gravity. Let's see how this would work out. Boo.
Up, they're
No, they're
Backing out.
splitting up.
Looks like Afantera will do his best to keep on that disc, sending it down on the floor.
Good. 1-on-1.
And there's nothing too hard in between them and a goal here. They just have to punch that out, but a great piece of work from Lefini will ensure that they will not get any more points, as there's only 24 seconds left. They're gonna have to work a little bit harder to actually get a little bit of value out of this round here.
Maybe we can get one more.
Lefini
Just get down, we need to.
double stacking here, making sure that no one gets past, not actually stunning anyone out, but grabbing that disc, sending it down, making this harder and harder for Gravity to get any value out of these last few seconds here. As we go into the last dying seconds,
We can work with that.
Gravity's sending it down and wouldn't have actually gone in, so it should be fine. 3-7 to Lefini in the first round, in the first half. It's going pretty good. Going pretty good for Lefini. They are doing a lot of fast work, a lot of really quick passes, really quick setups, and a lot of pretty good shots too, which is a deadly combo for them. Now they actually have to set the minutes. Are they setting them? Place your bets. Place your bets now.
Time. Is it not supposed to be 6 minutes?
They're even talking about it. And being like, oh shit. There we go. 6 minutes, I think. I think that's good. I think that's fine.
I'm not sure. Let's ask.
Oh man. Well. There we go.
Let's be more aggressive on the stack.
Going for our our second joust here.
No, I'm not even that.
Going for a second joust here. Does look like Infinity will be in the front. Don't know who it is for Gravity side, but that doesn't matter here. As they will soar towards it, Idolego with the disc, and no one but Afantera in his way. Unfortunately, the only person in his way was Afantera, and that's still a lot you have to get through. Gravity, a little bit too bad on the passes here, not really getting where they're supposed to be. They are, however, making it work, which is pretty good, because if you don't want to mess up a lot of passes, we've seen from Backlash a lot before that they have had a lot of passes and a lot of mess ups. That is not what you want to do here. Boop sending it up to Affin, and Affin doing his best to send that in, and he will, despite the ding, actually get that in. Good shot. Good shot by him, though.
If I don't think I'm not happy.
Only ding makes you happy, right?
Oh yeah, you can click. Oh yeah, that's right. Muted, you're doing a lot of work. That's good. You can click the little thing for live
I don't like
results
the whole
if
weekend
you
I'm like,
want to.
shit, I need to
Actually, yeah, you can also subscribe if you want to. If you want to support like a lot more of this.
I haven't seen him doing the
getting
thing that
prizes and
we
shit,
got them
or
in the last game.
getting better equipment or whatever. I don't know. We don't have the money. But you can, or you can send out bits or whatever you want. Speaking of doing things that are good, Gravity really pulling their stuff together here. Oops, sending sending that down, just missing the goal by a little bit. That was a very close shot. Just not close enough, as Nilovic will take that disc back, and there's no one between him and the goal, as he will get another 3 points. I mean, Gravity, come on. I expect way more of you. But you know, you can't be at your best all the time. Well, that's certainly not. I shouldn't be sassy. I shouldn't be sassy at all, because I just sit on my ass and talk. This is actually quite hard to do. If you didn't know, you probably do. Speaking of things that are hard to do, that pass just missed there. That is not very good. Boop. Grabbing that back, and there's no one on him, so he has some time to make this work. Sending it in, but a great save from Finity here. Just slapping that out, saying no, we do not want that kind of disc in here. Again, a lot of good saves this cup. Only seen 2 games and a good amount of saves here. Idolego doing his best to try and grab that down, grab that disc. He won't, however. And Gravity sending it over to Nillowick. Nillowick doing a little bit of setup here. They're gonna have to do some work, because all of Gravity, all of the Finnies here, so it's gonna be a little bit tough to break through. I do believe they can do this though. Vitrix going up, trying to grab that disc. He unfortunately will fail as Nillowick sends it down. Sending it past, just passing along a little bit. They don't actually have to get any goals. They just have to waste a little bit of time. Oh, and as Boop goes out of the goal to try and grab that back, Nilla will grab that disc. Oh, sorry, not grab that disc. Nilla will send that disc straight in when there's no goal. Quite an interesting play here.
That's fine, but when the disc is teleporting into his hand and stuff, then it's not.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know how ping is. Who cares? A lot of people care. What's the question? What's the answer to that question? I'm doing fantastic here. Don't worry. But quite an interesting play. Just kind of passing along, waiting for the other team to get restless, doing their best to send that out, and then they slack on the defense. And when that happens, you just kind of send that in. And I mean, they did that, and they did that pretty well. Speaking of doing things pretty well, a great fast setup. Boop sending that in, being assisted by Vitrix. 2 points. Sending that. So that discrepancy of points down to only 5, but still, that's 5 points, at least 2 goals from Gravity here. They're gonna have to work up the hill every time, and it seems every time they get a goal, the Finny or in the other case Aftershock will get a goal. A little bit like Sisyphus, only a little bit more, but that only a little bit more happens to be there every single time for eternity. So they're gonna have to push a little bit harder. And it seems that they will. That almost just went in, and fortunately the second one will not go in either.
Fast.
Great opportunity there, missed by Gravity, as they will concede the disc possession to Lefini, and Lefini will have a lot of opportunity to grab that in. Ooh.
Couldn't duck down to the floor.
Not the best. Not the best. The best work here.
It's okay. It's okay.
But then again, you can't be your best
and
all
we
the
can
time.
finish the play after.
And,
if we get all those plays,
you know.
and we're intercepting actually well in the defense, then it's actually fine.
3 minutes left. What are we doing? Fast again?
Fast again. Correct, actually.
Going for a little bit more fast play here, and they do need it. Yeah, 3 minutes left. Only 3 minutes left to get 8 points. That's still at least 3 goals, and that is still tough here. Ooh, sending it up to Boop, who will just unfortunately miss that. That can be quite catastrophic here. But Gravity will boost back really fast, sending it out to Boop. Oh, sorry, to Viatrix. We'll cap that disc, sending it.
On back to me. Nice, good.
Excuse me, I try and swallow, and then everything just happens here. Speaking of everything happening, not right now, as Boop misses that pass and he can't quite get that disc back for his team, and he will just grab a hold of it and sending it over in the direction of Viatrix. Viatrix will send it up to Affin, and Affin will send that into the goal. Only a 2-pointer, but it's points on the board. I've always been kind of wary of doing the vocal warm-ups that people do, because they always sound so weird. But I'm starting to feel like maybe they actually help. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I should do them if I speak for like 2 or 3 hours. Maybe that's an idea. Speaking of ideas, Lefini Gonna have to create some new ideas instead of just sending that disc into Sub-Geo and that not working. Gravity will grab possession back for their team. I feel like they've had a lot more possession. Goddamn. A lot more possession here than Finity. Sorry, Lafini, but not getting enough goals to actually show for it. That is not. It's not how you want it. But we can actually check. Yeah, Gravity having a lot more possession here, 62%. That's that's 2/3.
Let's just keep this rate up and then we'll get back.
I know, it's fantastic. One more shots taken. Yeah, just not connecting here. Just not not really getting those shots. Not really gelling together. They might have just not been warmed up. I think that's probably the issue here as Finity. And her teammates of Idolego and Nilwik will be a little bit more safe here. That will just have a little bit of backlash as they won't be able to support their teammate when there's only one of them up there. That was a sentence. Afentera with that disc and his teammate in the back. He will have to send it up to his teammate, sending it to. Oh, Jesus! What is wrong with my mouth today? Oh my God! Okay, I gotta collect my mouth. Ooh, it is falling apart here. Speaking of things that are falling apart, Finny's defense not being as good as it has been before. That was a very, very simple shot there. That could have probably quite easily been blocked, but I do believe the goalie thought there was going to be a pass there instead of a shot on goal. But still, you need to be careful. You need to be on. You need to be on point at all times, basically. Else, you get shots like that. Still, Finny is still in the lead. And there's only a minute left. 2 points is the only discrepancy here. And Gravity will grab that disc. And no one in goal. Hoop will go for the famous shot that will not work. Damn, that is not good. Not being able to make the shot that's named after you. That's bad show. That's bad show. But
where are they?
let's see what Gravity can make do with the last 30 seconds of the round. They're gonna have to score a goal. Any goal at all will work, and there they go. 15-15, and they should probably go for another goal.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know. It's interesting here, but we actually have draws in the system. I do believe we have a point system. That's up, so you actually don't play out to OT, you just draw. And when you draw, you only get 1 point. And at this point, Afentera, Viatrix, and Boop only has 0 points on the first round. But still, you want to get some points in there, unless you're going to end up dead last. And that does not look good.
Still on.
And no matter how well you played, if you don't have any points, that is not any good. Oh, just going for a goal and a shot. Going for a
whoa, come on!
An ender there, not quite getting that in.
Keep the goal. Yeah, OT. Good job, OT.
I don't think there's. I don't know if there's OT. I've lost the plot.
Yes, up and you see where Lego is going, right? Right side. Up and.
Fenzera, that's the wrong.
Lego is going low left. You saw that, right?
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I am very not interesting at this point. I will have to get back. Speaking of getting back, oh, Poop stealing that disc straight out of Lego's hand. I do believe that's Lego. That is Nilwik. Unfortunately, I did say that wrong. But the important part here is Gravity does have the possession. They will, however, fuck that up a little bit, and Idolego will grab that back, sending it in. Oh, just missing a little bit. Here, Viatrix doing a little bit of a bad play, but still getting that away, because that was close to being a loss for them. Viatrix and Co will do their best to grab that back for Gravity. Boop has a complete open shot, going for a quick one here, and he really, maybe, yeah, you know, that did not work out. That did not work out the way it should.
There's two coming behind you.
Whitetrix being the only thing standing between Lafini and a goal, but as his teammates get back, they will ensure that Gravity will grab that disc, sending it over. We only need one goal here, as it is sudden death. And this is looking a lot worse for Lafini than it did at the start. Goal, another 2 points for Gravity as they win the game. I think. I'm not sure if we even have OT. I wouldn't consider myself a referee at this point. Should probably read up a little bit more on the rules. Promise I'll do that till next time.
They have good keepers today. They have good keepers. Come on.
Yeah.
We do have good keepers.
Can't argue.
So,
We saved like 5 shots.
I will do my best to get into a game with Backlash here for the next game.
Like ours.
And if they play Gravity,
Fruit saved like ours. Muddy saved like
good.
ours.
Yeah, but I also gave them
it's all
three
good.
pointers.
We see if Gravity have warmed up a little bit, but I don't know if they can play Gravity. But we're gonna see Backlash here next round.
Scrim days.
Yeah,
So
but
you
it's
can have
I'm actually gonna
I don't want to play like
gonna turn this off. No, not turn this off. Go to the tournament page for just a little bit, just so I can recollect myself and not stop speaking for that long. Cause damn, well,
This is what Aftershock does like.
but I'll be back in just a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, yes.
in the gym.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to, I do believe, final game here of the night. Oh, can I not? Oh, come on. I wanted to talk about something. It is 3 cam. It is C. Oh, okay. Well. Anyway, you'll probably remember what it was. In the last game, it's Backlash versus Gravity here. But in the last game, we saw a thing that I personally haven't seen before. But I've heard a little bit of talk about the slow pass to each other on the floor, or just kind of slowly passing it along, not really having any urgency, and then baiting people out of the goal. Which is, I kind of want to talk about that because it's really interesting, because they were up at like 3 or 6 points at that point, so they both wasted a bit of time, and they baited out a goal, which is quite a good thing for a strategy, because it was quite, I mean, I don't know how much there's to say about it, because you just kind of bait out the team, set up for a goal, and that was quite well done by Lafini. Alright, there we go. I don't know if this is a strategy from before that's just been abandoned, or it's a new strategy, but I can definitely see it being used a lot more now, after it showed like how effective it is, because that was quite effective, because they got a 3-pointer basically with no effort here. But Gravity will win the first joust here of their team. Excuse me, Vitrix, with this disc, just wasting a little time, letting his team set up for holding on to that disc for keeping their possession together. Vitrix sending it over to Boop, sending it over to Affin, Bot. A great piece of goalkeeping work by, I do believe that was Bensula. I don't know. Anyway, they did save that goal. That was quite a great piece of work there. Now we see here, Backlash, what they have been known for a little bit. A lot of passing, an excessive amount of passing, as we see it here. Forwards and backwards, never really letting the opponent's team know where the hell this disc is going to come from, but being very susceptible to things like this. A failed pass here really can put a dent in their whole strategy. As we see, Gravity will grab that disc back, sending it down, just hitting that shield. That could have actually been a long shot 3-pointer there. That was on course, just a little bit off.
Ah, shit, I'm out.
We'll have to do his best.
Okay, just go.
What is with the sound? I'll fix that later. Speaking of fixing things later, that's not how goalkeeping works. You can't just go in and grab that out, as Torn will grab the disc and sending up for a 3-pointer. But a great piece of work there by Torn. Just saying and seeing that there's no goalie and going for not a quick shot, because he doesn't need to. There's no one in there. Just kind of needs to get that in. Needs to go for a safe, secure shot. Thank you, Rames. Yeah, apparently it was Eclipse that first started doing this, kind of baiting out a little bit of a defensive strategy here, and baiting out the defensive strategy, making it a little bit more offensive, thereby opening the goal up. Speaking of opening the goal up, Viatrix doing his best to grab that in, but a great piece of work here from Torn, as they will save that shot. Not the second shot that's been saved, but the first shot, but a lot of great goalkeepers here versus Gravity. They're having a tough time getting any goal. They're gonna have to work really, really fast on, and Sundance, a 2-point shot here. Only a minute in, they've forgotten the time again. But you know, it's. I think it's gonna be good. I'll reprimand them later. Don't worry. But. What was I saying? Yes, it does seem that Eclipse was the first to actually bait out and grab that. Ooh, my
Nice.
God. Great, very quick, very good setup here. Sending it down straight to Boop, and Boop just sending it up to the goal. I mean, nothing much to say there.
I like
other
that
than
bounce spot, it's really well won.
great shot
Perfect
by
bounce.
both Boop and Athen. That worked out really, really great. That was just a simple, just pass and pass and score. That was quite good, and we need to see a lot more from that if Gravity wants to take back a couple of points in this cup. We will have to work against some really, really good teams though, but finally
Go low left, you got it.
a double stack will actually work, and they will secure themselves another 3 points here. That was bound to work at some point. I mean, it's a good
Imagine me being able
good
to
strategy.
shoot the
It's a good thing to do, and that was actually executed really well because they didn't grab it just when the other person had it. They grabbed it in midair. That it finally worked, and it did well for them as they secure another 3 points, sending them into the lead. But still, it's also we've seen it not work a good couple of times here. So it's still a little bit of a risky thing. But speaking of things that are not risky, a very, very safe strategy coming out here from Backlash. Choosing to keep back at all costs, not even going into the tunnels, just kind of keeping back as Sundance sends it down over towards Gravity. But none of his teammates are there to catch it. That was an unfortunate pass there, or clear, I'm not quite sure. But it will end up in the hands of Bansula, but he will not be able to send that in, as Viatrix will grab that back for his team. He will do his best to probably send it into the goal. That was very, very close. A lot of long shots here, but none of them really connecting. We've seen 2 pretty good long shots, but still going for them. I mean, you kind of have to at some point. Sending it down.
I'm gonna go.
Possibly the wrong direction. Maybe the right direction. They do get the goal.
You keep getting those passes that are meant for me, by the way. You keep getting those passes.
I mean, in the end, you can do all kinds of things, but if you don't, if they don't work, or if they do work, in the end, that was a stretch. That was a long stretch. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Again, a really, what is happening there? None of them being able to stun each other at all. What is... Well, that was a slap fight that kind of failed, but that's, this is what's gonna happen sometimes. So, Torrent go for a kind of a weird shot here. That was a I mean, there was no goalkeeper, so if that had gone in, that would have been pretty good, but still a very risky shot because that is very, very hard to make. Speaking of things that were hard to make, that was, again, really close every time. But still. Backlash will secure the possession for themselves, as Torrent just kind of rides along, nobody really pushing him off or stunning him or anything. That was kind of a sneaky move there. It didn't quite work out for him, but that might have been really good. And it does seem that... no, sorry. But Gravity here just taking their time a little bit, as they should, because they are 3 points ahead. I mean, that is fake news because they are 6 points ahead, and they can just afford to take a lot of time. They have the advantage at this point. Backlash is really good at being defensive, but it doesn't matter if you're really defensive if you're behind on points. You have to get them. I mean, a lot of the time I hear people talking about games and they're like, oh, but this strategy and you can do all sorts of amazing things, but if you don't play the objective, you're just not gonna win. 100% of the time you're gonna lose if you don't play the objective. especially versus a team like Gravity, which are really, really good. And not that Backlash isn't good or not playing the objective, but they are really, really good at protecting their own rather than attacking here, because they... I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, they pass a lot, they pass an excessive amount, and that does not always work. Because when you figure that out, there's a lot you can do. So, speaking of things there's a lot you can do of, Boop going in for another 2 points for his team. It's only 36 seconds left in this round. 13 to 5.
I can't think right now, my...
No, your information was right. Made me slap the
It does seem
head.
Boop and I are on the same wavelength, as in not kind of being able to talk. You know. That's how it is. That's how it is. And I mean, to be honest, I think it's probably worse for him, because not being able to communicate, not being able to talk with your team is bad. You need good communication. Because if you don't know that there's a person right behind you, that will just end a good play completely. Speaking of ending a good play completely via tricks, what are you doing? He got a great stun, but just not being able to follow up at all. That was that was bad show. Let's see if Torrent can make work with Viatrix. Cannot. With the help of his teammates, it will happen. I'm not quite sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a tough game. It's a hard game. But come on, man. Come on. Oh. I should. No, I shouldn't. 9 seconds left in this first half here. 13 to 7. It's gonna be tough for Backlash to win this first half, as in impossible. But it's still only 6 points behind. They might be able to grab a couple of points for them here, but it is unlikely, as Gravity can simply hold on to the disc for a little bit. Or just send it down. That works too.
Orange walks away with the W.
Oh, fuck off.
First half.
Yeah, I hit that one.
Now you can.
Going to
Yeah.
grab
Me
it.
after the games.
Still not doing the time. I hope they fix it, because I can't really get out there. Oh, they did fix it. Maybe did they have 6 minutes in the first round? I'm not sure. I don't think they did. Anyways, doesn't really matter at this point. We will see our first, or sorry, not our first joust, but the first joust here, as in the disc is in the middle, right there. Or can I? Oh. Nah, who cares? So, let's see here. We have seen Gravity win a lot of their jousts in the middle, not grabbing it to start with necessarily, but actually always having that disc in their possession in the end. Boop going for a shot here that won't quite work out. Almost getting in there, but Torrent will be there to send that down. And as they boost past, Backlash will grab that in, sending Boost out to the Shadow Zone, Phantom Zone. I'm not quite sure what that's called, but he will be stunned and unable to work with anything in the game. So, might be the Gravity can grab this back for themselves here. It does seem that they are a little bit on their ropes here, as it is only 2v3. But they will grab that back. Afentera has nothing between him and the goal, but thin air, and he will grab that sweet long shot for another 3 points.
I'm not an angry mood, I'm a disappointed mood.
Not in angry mood, you're in a disappointed mood.
Round starting in 15, 14.
So, 16 to 7. A lot of points for Gravity here, and doing probably as I expected a top 2 team in the world to do. But Backlash is still a really, really good team. They might have a couple of tricks up their sleeve. Let's see what will happen here. Setting it down with Viatrix, just in the right position at the right time, setting it up to Boop, and Boop has nothing in between him. Again, but in air, and still cannot quite get that in. He is a really, really, really amazing at shooting sometimes. And sometimes what we just saw happens. That is, that's not what you want to happen, but he probably knows that. So, oh, Backlash just grabbing that disc back. Oh, sending it down to Torrent. Torrent will have a lot of help at this point. A lot of teammates of his to work with. Just giving Gravity time to set up. Not really working though, but still, that was a somewhat of a weird decision there, because they could have gone for the goal a little bit faster, but they gave Gravity time to set up for the defense. It didn't work out in the end, but they had gone faster. They might have gotten a 3-pointer, and they wouldn't have wasted that time that they so desperately need, as there's only 4 minutes left, and they still need 7 points. And I mean, with how they played, they need to work a little bit faster, and they need to work a little bit better together.
That's not making up for
My God, that's what the 6th or 7th long shot we've seen just miss. That is, I mean, a lot of almost really good plays here. But still, Backlash grabbing that possession back for themselves. Torrent will have that for his team. Being alone against a double stack, he will choose to send it over to Banzola. Banzola sending it down. Aftershock. Sorry, not Aftershock. Gravity only has Viatrix in the goal, but Viatrix will grab that, will punch that out, and they will not grab a goal for themselves. As I say that, of course, they will grab 2 points. But still, a great save from Viatrix there. Not quite sure what happened, but it did seem that he couldn't quite grab onto the disc, and it kind of flew out of his hand. Still, only a 2-pointer instead of a 3-pointer. That is what the goalie's there for 90% of the time. If you save goals, that's fantastic. If you make sure that it's not a 3-pointer, that's also pretty good. So, Gravity with the Joust advantage, going for a double in the tunnel. Seeing if they can make something happen here as they boost up towards that disc. They will grab it, but not for too long. As Sundance will grab that for himself, sending it over to Afentera. Oh, Afentera will get a great stun here, and just needs to send that up to his teammates, so they can send that in, setting up for a goal here. They have plenty of opportunity, ample time to make this happen. As Afentera will just kind of put that in the goal there, showing the great reach of this German player. I mean, it kind of looked like he just took it and placed it in the goal. That's not quite what happened, but still. I mean, you know, he has very, very long arms. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He is a magnificent man. He is a huge, huge boy. So, he has great reach. One of the reasons why he's so good in goal is he can just stay in the middle and just reach everywhere. He's also a really, really intelligent and good player, good at positioning himself. That also helps. But his reach definitely helps too. So, Sundance with the disc, holding on to it a little bit. Not passing it as much as we've seen before. Probably a good idea here. Only sending it over to Torrent, and Torrent will send that in. Gravity probably is expecting a lot more passes there, but only going for one and done was probably the right decision here, as that worked. I mean, they got the points. They sent that down to only 5 points difference here. It's getting more and more doable for Backlash to actually get back in the game, actually maybe take a win for themselves. I don't know their standings currently, but I think Aftershock won over them once. Not quite sure. So, ooh, sending it over. Ooh, is that going in? That is almost going in. Boop just has to slap that in. He won't quite make that though. That was quite close to actually grab that in. Okay, yeah. Probably shouldn't be reading this as I cast. That is a bad idea. Speaking of bad ideas, let's see if they can actually make this work. Backlash going Slowly and steadily up, just sending that in.
I would have lots of that small that for me definitely go.
As they take the score down to 18 to 15. Only a 3-point advantage for Gravity here, as Gravity needs to grab a couple more goals for themselves. Not too many this round. That is not good for them. Only 2 minutes left. Let's see what they will make happen here. Sending it over to Vitrix. Vitrix just missing that pass, but Boop will be there to grab it for his team. Sending it in for a secure 2-pointer.
Wish I could have called that.
Really fast one too. 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Even after that failed pass. That was quite a good play. Sorry, quite a good re-grabbing of the disc and remedying this situation that had happened. Because that might not have gone as good as it should have. That was one. That was a sentence. But 20 to 15 and only 1 minute and 40 seconds left. It's looking. I mean, Backlash, they have worked a lot harder now, but they are going to have to work just a little bit harder to actually grab that win for themselves. Still holding on to that disc. Just barely holding on to that disc. He will send it up to Torrent. Torrent sending it down to his teammate, and then again not going for the goal still. Passing and passing and passing, but it will work for them as they get another 2 points for themselves. I mean, yeah, they're just wasting time for themselves at this point. I know I say this every time, and I know it's still a pretty good thing to keep on passing, to keep on keep your opponent guessing where might the shot come from, who's gonna have this next, who's he gonna pass to. Not really having only one angle to worry about in goal, but having 3 angles to worry about. That makes it a lot more stressful, but it is also very susceptible to errors, and you don't necessarily want that. Going for, again, a long shot that doesn't quite hit its mark. That is kind of a staple at this point, because man, we've seen a bunch of those. Vitrix, just getting stunned out here. Can't quite grab that back, as there's only 2 people and on the defense here. But Sundance will send it back to his teammate instead of going for that goal. Let's see what they will make happen here. Only 40 seconds left. They're gonna have to go for a 3-pointer or something to get an OT, but missing their shot there, that might have missed their chance. They're gonna have to work fast. Gravity though, missing the disc. Let's see if they can make something happen. They are on the offense, and they are at the point where they need to be, getting a 3-pointer. More or less securing that win for themselves.
I was pushing back to the goal and was like, what?
24 seconds. That was a failed opportunity from Backlash there. They needed to get that 3-pointer. And they needed to do it not fast, but they needed to do it. But they wasted, I think, about 10-20 seconds. Now they don't have enough time to get back. Now they're gonna have to work really fast. And all Gravity has to do is grab that disc once, and then hold on to it for a little bit. And they will just make that happen. There's only 10 seconds left here. Yeah, it's looking more and more grim for Backlash. I think we can kind of see that Gravity will take this win. 5 seconds left here. Let's see if they go for another goal. They can. A long shot. Really securing that win as hard as they can. Good game is coming out.
I'll accept second. It's fine for a community cup.
But I do think that was actually.
15, 14, 13.
Let's see here. That was actually the whole round, maybe, or the whole cup. I think, right? Probably. Yeah. Don't mind this. There's 3 seconds left. Not really a lot Backlash can do, even if they had the disc.
Good game.
There's not a lot they could do. So a good game to Gravity here, winning their second game, and let's see if we can figure out the standings.
I'm gonna take a break. See if we can get some
I'll actually real quick jump over to this beautiful screen we have.
I'll only have
so that
time
we can
till
see.
21:30, so half an hour would be
See if I
enough.
can find it. I'll just let that scroll for a little bit, as I will be back in just a quick second. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I think for the final time tonight. We do have almost our final rankings here. Depending on if Aftershock win or lose, if they even get a draw, they will win the cup. If they don't, it will be up to the seedings. So I can actually show you. I think our final rankings here. Let's see just a minute. Can I be not an organizer for a bit? That would be fantastic. I can't. Well, I'll just wait for someone to validate it, I think. But that's good. That was a fun cup. Sorry about the commentary. I'm tired, really tired. But you know, that's how it is sometimes. Speaking of which, so let's see here. Let's see if we can get someone to validate this, so we can actually know if that's how it happened. I do think so. You know what? Yeah. If it's not like this, I'll say next time. Okay. Okay. I promise you. Not that there's a lot to promise, but I promise you. So here, can I actually do a screen capture? Let's see. Let's do some live editing here. Ooh, I know. It's fantastic. Video window capture. Video capture, I can do video capture device. Ooh, fantastic, but not what I want to do right now. So it does seem it's a win now. Okay, it does seem that our final rankings are like this. It is validated. It is good. Thank you whoever done that. Whoever did that. Aftershock at number 1 with 6 points for 3 wins. Team Gravity at number 2 with 4 points, 1 loss, 2 wins. Backlash 1 win, 2 loss, and Lefini, fortunately 3 losses. Pretty good job for Aftershock there. They played really well. Matty did a fantastic job. At least the little bit we saw, he did a lot of good work in the goal. And a couple of good shots from the other players too. I'm sure they did something. But no, they are a pretty good team. So that's it's to be expected. So let's see. This is only the top league, the Pro League. We have our unvalidated. They are not done yet, but we haven't really seen any of those. I will post a link to the results site, and I will leave the results up for a little bit, just so you can see. Because my mind is breaking at this point. I need to go to bed or do something. So that will be all for me tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Play well and all that. And see you soon.